Hey guys, so in this video, I'll be talking about the goal market and I'll also be giving examples. But before I do that, I have my own goal of reaching a certain number of subscribers. So please help me reach that by hitting subscribe. Now with that being said, let's jump straight into the video. There is one thing that's important for you to understand, and that's the position of home and away. Or better still, home versus away. Always note that the home is on the left side and the away is on the right side. This basic knowledge of the position will help you understand the markets better. Let's say Team A is playing against Team B. Team A is the home team, while Team B is the away team. Now here's an example. Nigeria versus Ghana, the Jollof Derby. Nigeria is the home team in this context, regardless of the stadium, and Ghana is the away team simply because they're on the right side. There are two kinds of over markets, the over 0.5 and the over 1. Think of the over 1 as an insurance policy, like a backup plan, just in case the game doesn't go exactly the way you want it to. Now here's an example. Over 0.5 means one or more goals needs to be scored in the match for your ticket to win. Over 1.5 means two or more goals needs to be scored in the match for your ticket to win. Over 2.5 means three or more goals needs to be scored in the match for your ticket to win. It doesn't matter what team scores these goals as long as the sum of these goals matches your option. If you notice, there's a recurring pattern here. Adding 0.5 gives you the total number of goals your team must score for you to win. 0.5 plus 0.5 is equals to 1. 1.5 plus 0.5 is equals to 2. 2.5 plus 0.5 is equals to 3. The overall market is a little different, but it basically means the same thing. For over 1, if the match ends with one goal, the game will be marked as void. Now what this means is, instead of the entire ticket to be counted as a loss, only that particular game will be removed from your ticket. Now this means the total number of odds on that ticket will be reduced. So for you to win this, you need two or more goals in that match. To understand it better, think of it like this. For over 1, you need 2 goals to win. For over 2, you need 3 goals to win. For over 3, you need 4 goals to win. Now if you notice, there's another pattern here. Just by adding 1 to the original market option, you get the required goals you need for your ticket to win. We've been talking about over, but now let's talk about under. Let's say you pick under 0.5 option on your ticket. That means you're expecting no goals to be scored in that match. Now if you pick under 1.5 on your ticket, that means you're expecting less than 1 goal in that match. If you pick under 2.5, that means you're expecting less than 2 goals to be scored in that match. Have you noticed the pattern here? Subtracting 0.5 from your original option gives you your desired result. 0.5 minus 0.5 is equal to 0. 1.5 minus 0.5 is equal to 1. And 2.5 minus 0.5 is equal to 2. Now the under 1 markets might be a bit tricky, so you need to pay close attention. If you pick the under 1 option on your ticket, that means you are not expecting any goals to be scored in that match. But if 1 goal is scored, then that means that game will be recorded as void. If you pick the under 2 option, that means if 1 goal is scored, then it's safe. But if 2 goals are scored, that game will be recorded as void. If you pick the under 3, that means 1 or 2 goals is safe. But if 3 goals are scored in that match, then that game is going to be recorded as void. The first goal market means you're only picking teams that will score first in that match. Now the options are home, none, and away. If you pick the home team, that means you're expecting them to score the first goal in that match. If you pick away, that means you're expecting the away team to score the first goal in that match. And if you pick none, that means you're expecting no goals in that match. Now if you pick home and the away team scores first, that is going to be counted as a loss. If you pick away and the home team scores first, that's going to be counted as a loss. For the home over market, whatever you select is only going to affect the home team. So let's say you pick home over 0.5. That means you're expecting the home team to score one or more goals in that match. Home over 1.5, that means you're expecting two or more goals from the home team. And home over 2.5, that means you're expecting three or more goals from the home team. Just like the home over market, the same thing applies to the away over market. So let's say you pick away over 0.5. That means you want the away team to score one or more goals in that match. Away over 1.5, that means two or more goals in that match. And away over 2.5, that means three or more goals in that match. If you are picking home under or away under, always remember that you're going to subtract 0.5 from the original option to get your desired result. So if you are picking home under 0.5, that means 0.5 minus 0.5 is equal to 0, and you're expecting 0 goals from the home team in that match. Same thing with home under 1.5. 1.5 minus 0.5 is going to equal to 1. So that means you're expecting less than 1 goal in that match. If they score 1 goal, it's fine, but anything more than 1 goal is going to be counted as a loss. For the both halves over 1.5, it means you're expecting 2 or more goals in the first half and 2 or more goals in the second half. If the first half has less than 2 goals, but the second half has 2 or more goals, then it's going to be counted as a loss. It's just the same logic if you are picking the both halves under 1.5. That means the first half and the second half should have less than 1 goal in each of them. Home team to score in both halves, yes or no? If you pick yes, that means you want the home team to score in both halves, the first half and the second half. If the home team fails to score in either halves, let's say they fail to score in the first half but they score in the second half, or they fail to score in the second half and they score in the first half, then it's going to be counted as a loss. But if you pick no, that means the home team can either not score in the entire match or they score in either of the halves. It's either they score in the first half and not score in the second half, or they score in the second half and not score in the first half. If they score in both of them, then it's going to be counted as a loss. The same logic applies to the away team to score in both halves, yes or no. It's pretty much the same thing, it's just one is away and one is home. This market is going to bring back old memories. Remember from school that odd numbers are numbers that cannot be exactly divisible by 2. Whenever you try to divide them, they always have a remainder of 1. Examples are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, so on and so forth. Even numbers are numbers that can be divisible by 2 without leaving a remainder. It's important to note that 0 is an even number. So examples are 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So if you pick home team odd, that means you're expecting the home team to either score 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9 goals is very unrealistic, but if they do score 9 goals and you pick odd, you're a very lucky person. For home team even, that means the home team is expected to end the match with 0 or 2 goals, 4 goals, 6 goals, 8 goals. It's the same logic for the away team odd and even. If you select the first half home over 0.5, 1.5, 2.5. That means you're expecting the home team to score one or more goals for the home over 0.5, two or more goals for the home over 1.5, and three or more goals for the home over 2.5. Note that all these must be scored in the first half if you are selecting this option. If you are selecting first half away over, it's the same thing as the first half home over, but it's just that this time the option is only going to affect the away side and not the home side. First half GG or NG, yes or no. First thing you should understand is GG stands for go goal and NG stands for no goal. Now, go goal also means both teams to score, and no goal means at least one team fails to score. First half home team clean sheet, yes or no? If you say yes, then that means you're expecting the home team to keep a clean sheet in the first half. If you say no, then that means the home team is not going to keep a clean sheet in that first half. Now, let me reiterate. If you say yes, then that means they are not going to score the home team in the first half. But if you say no, that means they are going to score the home team in the first half. The same logic applies for the first half away team clean sheet, yes or no. First half odd or even. Remember all I said about odd or even numbers? Well, here's a quick recap. Odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and even numbers are 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Now, if you select odd, that means the summation of results from that first half must be an odd number. And if you select even, that means the summation of results from that first half must be an even number. This second half first goal market focuses on the team that will score first in the second half. If you select home, that means the home team is going to score first. If you select away, that means the away team is going to score first. And if you select none, that means there won't be any goal in the second half. Whatever happens in the first half doesn't matter. It mainly focuses on the second half. For the second half home over market, if you select the home over 0.5, that means you're expecting the home team to score one or more goals in the second half. Over 1.5, that means 2 or more goals in the second half, and 2.5 means 3 or more goals in the second half, only in the second half. Second half GG or NG, yes or no. If you pick yes, that means you're selecting second half GG. That means you want both teams to score in the second half, only the second half, remember. And if you pick NG, that means you do not want both teams to score in the second half. One team can score, but if both teams score, it's going to be counted as a loss. Second half home clean sheet, yes or no. If you pick yes, that means you want the home team to have a clean sheet in the second half. If you pick no, that means you do not want the home team to have a clean sheet in the second half. Again, if you pick yes, that means the home team is not going to concede any goal. They are not going to score the home team in the second half. And if you pick no, that means they are going to score the home team in the second half. Remember, only the second half. The same logic applies to the second half away clean sheet, yes or no. Second half odd or even. If you pick odd, that means the total amount of goals in the second half must be an odd number, and if you pick even, that means the total amount of goals in the second half must be an even number. Home team clean sheet, yes or no. Now this particular option is different because it affects the entire match. It is not specific to either the first half or the second half. It applies to both halves. Now if you pick yes, that means you want the home team to keep a clean sheet, and if you pick no, that means you do not want them to keep a clean sheet. Again, if you pick yes, that means the home team is not going to concede a goal. They are not going to score the home team, And if you pick no, that means they are going to score the home team in the entire match. Remember, entire match. The same logic applies when you're talking about the away team clean sheet. Yes or no? Home team to score, yes or no? If you pick yes, that means you want the home team to score in this match. And if you pick no, that means you don't want the home team to score in this match. Now, this typically applies to the entire match unless you are specifically told first half or second half. No draw, both teams to score, yes or no. Now, this is another tricky market because it has two conditions in it. The first condition is very important because it's saying no draw. So whatever you pick, either yes or no, you don't want a draw in that match. And the second condition is both teams to score. Now, this condition is conditional because this is where the yes or no is going to be applied to. Now, if you pick yes for the no draw both teams to score, what you're basically saying is that you don't want a draw in that match. That means either the home or the away team is going to win, and the yes means both teams are going to score. Now, if you pick no, that means you still want either team to win, but this time you don't want both teams to score. So you're saying you don't want a draw in the match, either team is going to win, and you also do not want both teams to score. Examples are like 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. If both teams score, then it's going to be counted as a loss. The multi-goal market is also known as goal range because it focuses on the total number of goals falling within the specified range in which you've selected. You select a goal range of 2 to 4 goals. That means you are expecting nothing less than 2 goals and nothing more than 4 goals. So examples that would favor you are 2-0, 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 2-2. Nothing exceeding 4 goals and nothing less than 2 goals. Now, there are a variety of goal range options, so you just select the one you feel best suits that match. The multi-score market is a precise market, and honestly, you kind of need to be able to see the future if you're selecting from this market, because whatever option you pick, the result of the match must match the option that you select. I'll explain. Let's say you pick the 1-0, 2-0, or 3-0 option. What that means is that match must either end in 1-0, 2-0, or 3-0 in favor of the home team. If you select the 0-1, 0-2, or 0-3 option, what that means is that match must end in 0-1, 0-2, or 0-3 in favor of the away team. Anything other than that, if it's a 1-1, 1-2, or 1-3, it's going to be counted as a loss. So this market leaves very little room for error. It has to match the exact option in the market. If not, it's going to be counted as a loss. Hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm not sure I have any subscribers yet, but please be the first person to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you.